I'm Steve Wohlenhaus, and this is Anatomy of Success. And this week, to be more focused, 8 sources of motivation help people win. I'm Steve Wohlenhaus, and this is Anatomy of Success. Glad you joined us. Feel free to join us at aos.academy. That's our new platform we're so proud of, with all sorts of remarkable tools that I'm confident you can benefit from. You can connect with us on social media. All the appropriate links are there. And find my company page, weatherology.com. Grab the free Weatherology mobile app. In a recent poll on LinkedIn, I asked people what their main motivation was. I offered 7 different answers ranging from faith, family, money, fear, recognition, charity, and happiness. Everyone is motivated by something different, but plenty of people are motivated by the same things. Without proper motivation, big dreams don't materialize and people lose interest in their daily struggles required to succeed. I meet so many people that wrestle with motivation. The problem is, in my opinion, many people focus on the wrong types of motivation that creates waves of energy, but nothing sustainable. Now, being motivated by money, power, fame, and approval may create a spark that drives some initial desire. However, when confronted with adversity or the realization that dream may not take root, people lose momentum and their motivation dissipates. There was a time when making 6 figures was great. That quickly became a need to be a millionaire, which now has evolved into becoming a billionaire. When we set off to be a billionaire or the next American Idol, odds are we're going to fail. Sorry, but that's the truth. People that make money, fame, and recognition their ultimate aphrodisiac become easily frustrated, disappointed, and discouraged. They set themselves up for failure by aiming for the moon before they have a rocket ship. Big dreams are great, but realistic ones along the way make the journey far more palatable. In addition, proper motivation helps create the inertia necessary for long-term success. In a world of motivation, there is no right or wrong answer, but here are 8 sources of motivation that can help us stay focused and win in the process. Power of influence, I call this. Many people seek power and control. When we aspire to gain power, we often lose influence in the process. Manipulation, greed, insidious motivation become the intoxicating alternative to actual influence. Real influence is created by emphasizing originality, great leadership, kindness, compassion, and fairness. When we set off to influence people in a positive way, the world rewards us with momentum necessary for success. Fame or impact. Wanting to be famous is different than wanting to be successful so we can make an impact in the world. Setting off to be famous might seem glamorous, but for what? To have money, toys, notoriety, celebrity status for personal consumption? That's often the case, and it always leaves people feeling empty and alone. Strive for impact and handle fame humbly if it does happen. Money or autonomy. There's nothing wrong with being monetarily motivated. However, when we desire money to soak up our own good fortune, we become a prisoner to our possessions and hop on that hedonic treadmill. There's never enough money to satisfy our never-ending appetite for opulence. Strive to be financially independent to achieve full autonomy over our schedule and provide a great life for the people you love the most. Be content and be financially prudent. Learn to have a healthy relationship with money, and then money works to your advantage. Be the best or inspire others. Striving to be the best at anything is admirable. However, what is the ultimate objective? How realistic is it to remain at the top until we are supplanted by somebody better? It happens every day in this country. Strive to be the best, but aspire to inspire those around you. Life gets more satisfying when we use our success to support other people. Mitigate fear with action. Now, some people are motivated by fear, and that's okay. Fear only becomes a problem when it inhibits progress. When fear becomes the catalyst for positive change, it's a great thing. Use fear as a weapon to fortify our dreams. The fear of being broke, lonely, and filled with regret can inspire us to love more deeply and live with greater intention. Building real self-confidence with curiosity. As Aristotle said, all people desire to know. We are wired to explore our surroundings, and many people lose touch with this natural proclivity as well-intended parents, friends, society encourage us to play it safe. We have to be bold, courageous, and fearless. Building a real self-confidence requires action and gaining self-confidence through accomplishment. It starts with being motivated by our curiosities. Internal pleasure. Most people go through life aspiring to accumulate stuff, have money to indulge in every fantasy and satisfy every impulse. More is the mandate, and it's driven by extrinsic rewards. Drugs, alcohol, sex, bigger houses, more cars suddenly become the ultimate ambition, which leads to emptiness and low motivation. Be inspired and motivated by intrinsic rewards and develop a deeper purpose consistent with success. For the love of family. My family is the top priority in my life, besides my health and my relationship with God. Now, my desire to be great as a dad has also motivated my financial and professional aspirations. Your family is a wonderful source of motivating your dreams. You know, we talked about motivation today, and motivation for me personally isn't something I rely on, although the right motivation can be helpful to support the daily discipline, commitment, and sacrifices necessary to build the routines and habits necessary for success. And sometimes a little boost of the right motivation can keep us moving in the right direction, and I hope you benefited from highlighting some of those things today. This is Anatomy of Success, and I'm Steve Wohlenhaus. Until next week, let's stay focused, let's stay positive, and let's stay optimistic.